YouTube, what's happening? It's your player partner, William Boston, back at it with another one. That's right, back at it with another one. Got a good topic, good discussion I want to have. I want the men to chime in and need the ladies to chime in too. And as you can see, do men want to date anymore? Do we really want to date no more? And I'm gonna tell you, I think the answer is no. Matter of fact, I know the answer is no. It's not beneficial for us in no way, shape, or form. It benefits the women to totality. Dating is expensive, especially if you date multiple people. Even being in a relationship, do men really want to be in a relationship anymore? And I think no to that too. Again, there's no real benefits when you really think about it. There's no real benefits. Okay, you can ask a woman what she's gonna. What am I benefiting? That's what I ask the question. We get into a relationship. What am I benefiting? What do you mean? I can cook. I can clean. I can cook and I can clean. Well, you want somebody to love you and all this other stuff. Love with women is conditional. Only person that's gonna love you unconditionally is your mom and possibly your daughter. Yeah, them the only two women. The other women is condition based. That's why the divorce rate is so high. That'd be conditions. Condition is I'm unhappy right now, so I'm married. So came across this video where the young lady was talking to some other young ladies, asking them why do men not want to date. And the first thing they went to is a man's pockets. That's why I said it's not beneficial for us. But we're gonna let y'all listen to it or watch it, and then we're gonna get back to it.
There was a study called from the Pew Center Research conducted a study that said 63% of men under age 30 would rather stay home and watch porn than go on a date. Men say they are getting their needs met without having to go on a date. Would men rather stay single than be with a woman? Is the question.
That's what they're saying, pretty much.
63% of men.
I think they're cheap.
Yeah, they just ain't got no money.
They don't have money. Which you should get your money up before you start dating.
You see, first thing she went to, they cheap. If you ain't got no money, you don't need, man. What are we benefiting? If the roles were reversed and women had to pay for everything, think about it. All right. Fellas, you get into a relationship with a woman. Immediately, life becomes a little bit easier for her because she ain't got to spend all her money anymore. Guess what? When y'all go out on dates, it's on you. When y'all go out on trips, she's expecting it to be on you. When y'all just going just out and about, and maybe you saw somebody at a hot dog stand and you want a hot dog, and then she said, "Ooh, that look nice. I want a hot dog too." You ain't finna tell her to pay for her own hot dog. Guess what? You buying her a hot dog too. If you was by yourself, it'd just be one hot dog. You just save some money. So we come in making life a little bit easier off rip because they don't have to spend their money. All right. One, all of their money. That's one. Number two, time. Time is being taken away now. So time from your purpose, whatever your purpose is, that woman wants to spend more and more time with you. Time is what they want. They want your time, but they also want a man who's out here on his grind. But you can't have both. You know what I mean? If you're working too much, that's an issue. If you ain't working at all, that's an issue. So you can't win in that matter. So men are starting to say, man, what am I benefiting out of this in the long run? All right, what am I really benefiting out of this by having to always front the bill all the time? Okay, having the most you getting out of this is sex, fellas, but you can literally get that anywhere. Okay, but you may, for the ones who can't get it like that, you may be getting it at a rate that you normally wouldn't get sex. Let's say that. All right, cool, sex. What else? If I'm a man of means and I had to go out here and make the best of myself, okay? Because there's no woman on this earth that wants the man at the bottom of the barrel. They all want the best that they can get. So if I got to go out here and make the best of myself, all right, and you come in the picture, obviously I'm here. You're attracted to my status, stature, the way I look, present myself, whatever, and I built myself to be here. You here, women love to say I'm gonna come along and I can help my man and I can do this and do that. How though? How? I already got here. How you gonna help me take it from here to there? And so that's the questions I like to ask, especially when I'm talking to a young lady and she'll be like, well, dang, do you even like me? Well, I like you enough to come sit down with you, but now I'm asking some real questions and you can't answer the questions. So anytime I see you being disingenuous, then I say, okay, yeah, you don't want to answer the question that you know the answer to. You just don't want to make yourself look bad because in reality, you have no answer to the question that I'm asking about. How am I gonna benefit? Well, what you mean? Well, I mean, I could be submissive. I could be. They all can be this and be that. It's like a man walking around saying, "I could be masculine." We just have to be that. You know what I mean? Off rip. So I don't think that I know. Speaking for me, speaking for self, and speaking for the circle that I'm around, right? Of men that a group of men that I'm around. I would love for us to be, relationship, have family base, have, especially in the black community, for us to not be at the bottom of the totem pole in every goddamn thing, especially when it comes to that. But the way that our women work is you got to come in already having things to supply for them, and they don't have as much as you. Doesn't make any sense, and there's no benefits to that. And the minute it takes you as a man to go through it with the woman to figure out if she's really that person for you. And you got to wait till you hit that rocky road. If you have a slump in your finances, you guys were used to taking trips, going out to dinners all the time, buying gifts, this, that, and third. You can't do those things anymore. And maybe you can't do it for a certain period of time now. You got to lock in. Well, they're not used to that. So if you don't have a person that can like dial back with you and say, all right, babe, yeah, you need to save this. Or if your credit isn't getting better because you're in this relationship that you was in, your money didn't grow, that you in this relationship that you in, it's hard for you to say, that's the wrong relationship. I have more money, oh, and more peace. Woo, more peace. Not being in a relationship than I've ever had being in any relationship. And not all relationships that I've been in were bad, or the people were bad or whatever. It was one in particular. We just went our separate ways because she had different plans she had to do. She was trying to accomplish in life, and I did too. And it was a smooth, easy transition. Nobody was upset at one another. We just understood, like, yo, I got a purpose. Oh, you got a purpose. All right, cool. You going this way, I'm going that way. All right, bet. But for the most part, yeah, you dealing with some women who, the minute you go through something, you don't know. You can't really know until you go through something, especially when it comes down to your finances, who's rocking with you. And as a man, that's too goddamn risky. You don't spend majority of your money doing stuff, showing this person how much you love them, going above and beyond, doing things you wouldn't do for anybody else. Because we really get into this relationship, men get into this relationship and really be in love with that person. Women will say they love you or in love with you until you can't do for them anymore, or until you can't provide in whatever area. It don't got to be monetary. You can't be as affectionate anymore. You don't have time for them anymore. Anything of that nature where you feel like attention is coming from them or finances or something like that. Well, the respect level goes down. I see it happen to men all the time. And like I was saying, the men in my circle, their money has increased, their peace has increased, but not being in a relationship. We're more at peace. My credit has went up, my funds have went up, my peace has increased dramatically, drastically. It's just, yeah, at peace, at an all-time peace. My physique itself, just in the gym. I've always been in the gym, but man, there was times I just couldn't. My mind just dealing with a relationship and a person and what they're going through and dealing with their emotions and trying to manage them and all this other stuff and be there financially and be there mentally. Yeah, it's a whole bunch taking on you. So you just dishing. It's finally good to have it to where you ain't got to dish out like that anymore. And women have ruined this because they have ruined the respect of a man and what we bring to the table and how much value we actually have. So man is saying, you know what? I know my value. And guess what I'm going to do? Chill, keep my value to myself. If I want to partake in this person, I can. If I want to partake in that person, I can, or this person. But I'm telling all of them, I ain't looking for no relationship. And that's what we got to start, fellas. Be upfront and honest. Like, I'm upfront, truly honest. I don't have time to play no games. I'll let you know off rip. I ain't trying to be in no relationship. We could kick it. We can hang. We be cool for this short period of time. You're gonna have a good time for a short period of time around me. We're going to have a ball. All right. The most that can happen out of this is us having sex. If you understand that, you cool with that, let's rock out. If not, I'm cool with that too. I wasn't having sex with you before anyway, so I ain't missing nothing. So either way it go, I'm good. But I'm putting that up front so they can have a choice. Now you choose this. And don't think in you choosing this that you're gonna change my mind. Not gonna happen. And that's why a lot of women too, they think they could change your mind on something. But fellas, be upfront and honest. And I'm telling you now, that's why men are not dating anymore, because the respect level is down here. It's nothing benefiting us in totality at all. It's all output, no input. Fellas, let me know what you think on this. Ladies, let me know what you think on this. What can we do to change it? Holla at your boy. Leave some comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'll see y'all on the next one. It's your boy, William Boston. I'm up out of here.